Stitches arriving tonight in a 1940s U.S. Army staff car. Oh, what's the occasion? Well, tonight is Military Appreciation Night here at Dunn Field, and a very cool moment as Stitches arrives to Dunn Field in style. The car is stopping just under the camera. Let's lean it over just for a second so we can see it. He's alongside a World War II reenactor. But a really cool scene here. And Stitches is stuck. Nope, he's out. And a fun moment indeed. But with that, that is the introduction for Military Appreciation Night. Your Elmira Pioneers are getting ready to face off against the Auburn Doubledays. PGCBL play resumes. The last two nights was a fun 4th of July weekend. The Pioneers won and lost and enter with an interleague win under their belt. They're currently 10-11. But they'll be having a couple games in a row soon. Tomorrow night, you'll catch us on the road in Watertown, where I'll be doing the equivalent of an all-nighter. The first game then is scheduled around 6 p.m., and it'll be a doubleheader, so long night against the Rapids. But for tonight, only 9 innings unless we go long, something the Pioneers have not done all season. The Auburn Doubledays looking to challenge for 5th in the division. They're currently 11-15. The Pioneers looking to close the gap to the Red Hot Red Wings at a 10-11 record. I'm Taylor Storthy, and I'll give you a rundown of your Elmira Pioneers starting lineup for tonight. The designated and extra hitters are Frank Wayman and Aiden Blake. Mike Sokol will return to the mound tonight after he had a quality start and first win of the season last time he pitched. At the catcher position is going to be Brody Bartenstein. The defense from left to right. At third base, we've got Joe Muzio returning to the other corner of the infield. Lucas Phelps playing at shortstop. Max Mandler at second base. And Bobby Marsh at first base. Zach Odom is going to be in left field. Cooper Smith in center field. Alex Lucini in center field. Cooper Smith is in right field. That's how your lineup will be on defense for the Pioneers. And we'll give you the full rundown of their order when they come to bat in the bottom of the first. And the Chippewa student, Mike Sokol, back on the mound. I checked in with Max Mandler not too long ago, and he mentioned that Sokol had a better outing on the golf course last time. He had mentioned in the post-game interview after Sokol's victory that Sokol didn't get it done on the links, but he did get it done on the mound. We'll now have the national anthem for tonight here on Military Appreciation Night. And with that, the pre-game ceremonies are done. The Veterans Bikers group will exit the field, and so will the 1940 staff car. And I will say that is honestly really, really cool to see. So a fun night for the Pios. Your military appreciation night. The rain looks like it'll stay away. It's rained some portions of the day here in Elmira, but the good news is it hasn't rained too hard. The showers have cleared, and that'll allow us to enjoy some Pioneer baseball. I'm Taylor Storworthy. Welcome to the stream. And now the Pioneers are getting ready to get underway here in the top of the first inning. The Auburn Doubledays leading off will be Peacher, Cervantes, and Hanson. That trio will be the first three due up. Two veterans and season ticket holders throughout the ceremonial first pitches. Beautiful to see. And with that, I now think we are ready to play ball. While Sokol warms up, I'll tell you the stats entering the game. The Auburn Doubledays entered the game with a 222 average and a 614 OPS. The Pios entered the game with a 220 average and a 644 OPS. 30 points up on the OPS, 2 points down on the average. The big difference comes in the ERA. The Pioneers enter this game with an ERA of 5.58 for the staff. Auburn Doubledays only 3.13. In fact, they've still had 4 pitchers who haven't conceded a run. For the Pios, that's only Joel Sofsky who hasn't. Jake Daniluk is going to take the start tonight for the Doubledays. He's got a 5.32 ERA, 1-3 in 6 starts. He faced the Pioneers last time out and had a tough night. Early on, the Pioneers were able to get some runs past him and was able to settle down and do the rest of his start quite well. For the Pioneers that night, I believe it was Tristan Champa who was on the mound. He had a very good outing, apart from a second inning where there was an errant throw that led to 4 runs scoring on 1 play. So, a bit disappointing that otherwise it was a near perfect game for a Pioneer ace. Another Pioneer ace out here tonight, Mike Sokol, ready to lead things off. Peacher with a 3.21 average is going to lead off for the Doubledays. That one's going to be grounded shallow to third, picked up by Muzio. And that was probably going to be an impossible throw, but Muzio can't field it well enough either. So, looks like that'll be the opening hit. Yes, it will be graded as a hit. Runner on after the first pitch. So here we go. The first batter done and dusted here. A military appreciation night. Now with a runner aboard, I'll bring up Michael Cervantes. Cervantes this season, he's had 4 RBIs, and he enters the game with a 2.42 average. That first pitch is outside, ball 1. Meanwhile, Mike Sokol enters this game with a 3.96 ERA, a 1-3 record, in 25 innings. Those 25 innings are only second to Tristan Champa in the Pios staff. That one's outside, ball 2. One and 3 with a no decision on the year. That's a little bit disappointing for someone with a sub-4 ERA in a college wood bat league. That one, ball 3 inside. Peacher looked like he was going to steal second, but ultimately backed out. Cervantes on probably an auto take here with a 3-0 count. Sokol, after conceding that little bloop single, struggling to find the zone here. This time gets it. Strike one, low, but in the zone. 3-1. Runner goes, and that is ball 4. Peacher will get the free base. At second, Cervantes gets aboard. That'll bring up Hansen with 2 on and no one out. And I wonder, with a pretty powerful bat on deck, whether Hansen might try to drop a bunt or not. Hansen is hitting .289 this season and is one of 2 Doubledays to have hit a home run. Doubledays have 2 on total for the season. Hansen also has 6 RBIs with an .821 OPS. That one's outside, ball 1. After Hansen, Asaf Loengart, third baseman. Then, after him, Tanner Kim steps up, followed by Perez, Brala, Lucia, and Tan. Inside, strike 1. So we're covering a little bit earlier in this count now. That one's going to be grounded over to second. Mandler won't have time to turn 2, so they'll just get the out at first. That was another slow ground ball that worked as a sacrifice. If it was harder hit, it might have been able to let Mandler get lead out at second or turn 2. Instead, that'll just put 2 runs in scoring position to bring up the ever dangerous Asaf Loengart, an international talent. First pitch now. Good attempt to frame it, but outside, ball 1. You do see a few nasty clouds over the sky from the booth. Don't see them as much already on the stream because I want to make sure the focus is on the field and the action. But definitely not the nicest of skies out there, but the rain has stayed away, and I think that's all that matters. 1-1. That one's going to be driven to center field. Lucini under it. Runner will tag from third and score. The throw was just off target, and actually Bortenstein can't even get to the ball. So 2 away now. The sacrifice fly from Loengart. And Cervantes will also get to third. He was actually held up at second for a second. But ultimately, as Bartenstein couldn't come up with it, he decides to go and get to third. 1-0 lead now for the Doubledays. They will open the scoring. 2 away here. And that will bring up Tanner Kim. Tanner Kim is hitting .208 this season. And he actually hasn't had a free base all season. I'm going to redo that first pitch. They weren't ready. Now let's see how Sokol can do. He did surrender that first run, but can keep it quiet and keep the damage at a minimum. That one's a good breaking ball. Strike 1. Curving right down onto that low corner. 0-1 here. That one's going to be grounded sharply to Mandler. Mandler picks it up, and he will get the out at first to end the inning. 1 run scores on 1 hit. 1 runner left stranded. Bottom of the first coming up. Pios currently trailing 1-0. We are back here at Dunfield, bottom of the first, getting ready. Last time out, the Pioneers had their first shutout of the season, or one of them at least, and they won in 5 innings. Their offense had a quick explosion, and they were able to take a 13-0 victory. Tristan Champa had a star performance again, 5 strikeouts with only 2 hits and 2 walks. He carried a no-hitter through 4 1/3. Max Mandler nearly had a home run, but there was an error out in right field that prevented his inside home run from counting more as a single with 2 RBIs. Pios now return to BGCBL play and will get ready as Mandler, Wayman, and Marsh will be the first 3 due up. Against lefties, the Pioneers hit .270. That might be bad news for Jake Dannyluck, who is a lefty, taking the mound for the Doubledays. Mandler hitting .286 this season, alongside 7 RBIs, 15 free bases to just 11 strikeouts, will now lead off. And now we're ready to go here. Bottom of the first. First pitch coming. As he's now going to drive one. Deep center field. But catch is made for the first out of the inning. Disappointing there from Mandler. That was a real chance to get a big hit there. But a good job to track it down for the first out. Making the play there, TJ Peacher, the center fielder. 1 away, that'll bring up Frank Wayman. He's the best hitter for the Pioneers, entering this game with a .340 average and 15 RBIs. That leads the team. And I'll show just how good he's been in this season, because Wayman, he's only had 53 at-bats. It's up there with the top 5 or 6 of the team, but not the highest. He's now down 0-2 against Dannyluck, who's looking to start out this inning well. You mentioned the Pios like hitting against lefties. Well, Wayman hits .500 against them, and he's played in them 11 games. So I wouldn't say it's too small of a sample size to say that Wayman isn't necessarily hurt by a reverse platoon. He'll want to open up the offense as Bobby Marsh is on deck. 1-2 now. That one's going to be chopped foul. What a lead for the Doubledays. We've seen Wayman hit some pretty long shots, but incredibly hard to escape Dunfield. It is a bit of a cavern. That one's now going to be chopped over to Dannyluck, who's going to hold it as long as he can before getting the toss for the second out. 2 away here for the Pioneers in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Bobby Marsh. He enters the game with a .242 average and a .756 OPS. He actually has a stronger own base percentage than slugging, .385 to .371. However, the leader of the team in that category is Mandler with a .490, just a little over Frank Wayman's .486. So now Marsh, he's back at the 3 spot. He was batting further down the order against Newark as he had been in a little hitting slump. I think Marsh was able to shake that in the game and get a decisive hit that was able to help bring a run home and keep that offense from the Pios moving in their big 13-0 victory. Dunfield excited. 0-1 here from Dannyluck to Marsh. Lefty on lefty again. That one's inside. Now, Marsh is the type of player who does struggle a little more against lefties than, say, his other lefty counterparts. But still, for the season, he's hitting pretty well, going 286 against them. Low, ball 2 now. And at this point, we can really start looking more deeply into the stats, as trends are really beginning to form as we get closer to the halfway point of the PGCBL season. And also take a look at standings more often as we start to get into a playoff hunt. What a catch from Daniluk. And Marsh, he points at him. He's saying, hey, respect, man. That was a good catch. That was a line drive. He even tips his helmet to him. Wow, put that on Sports Center. It was magnetized to his glove. Well, it'll be disappointing for the Pioneers, but that line drive caught right there by Daniluk with literally no effort will end the inning. Pios go down in order, but still 8 innings to go. More Pioneers baseball right after this. What a play. By the way, the new break song here is titled Freelancer and is DMCA free, which is good news. We're back here in the top of the second now for Pioneers baseball, trailing 1-0 after a hit and a couple sacrifice plays brought a run home from third. Perez will lead off. Him, Stenson, and Brala are the 3 due up this inning. Tries to drop a bunt, but pulls away for ball 1. One and one. Sokol looking to fight back here. One and two now. And strike 3 gets him looking on that inside corner. One away here in the top of the second. That's the first strikeout of the game for Sokol. Recovering well after that bloop single, walk, sacrifice, and second sacrifice brought that run home. Kobe Stenson now up. That one's low, ball 1. Again, thank you for watching tonight's game. Good news is I think our connection issues will have just been solved. And for future games, you shouldn't have to worry about streams going down. Obviously, though, if it does go down, if something does happen, make sure you just stay posted on the YouTube. The full game replays will be posted after. But for now, let's enjoy some baseball. 2-0 from Mike Sokol. Can't locate that one. 3-0 now to Stenson. Kobe Stenson this season hitting .254. He also has a .367 on base percentage. That might go up. And it will. So that one goes a bit far inside. Runner first with one away. Opens up the double play opportunity. And for now, Let's take a minute to thank this inning's sponsor, C-Tran. C-Tran is accessible to everyone, as all buses are equipped with ramps and lifts. Find out more at our website, chemungtransit.com. For all your transportation needs, remember C-Tran, the smart way to go. Thanks again to C-Tran. One away, top of the second. Gralla will step up with that runner on first. Currently a 1-0 lead for the Doubledays. That one fouled backward. Oh, 1. That one's inside, ball 1. And I'll give you a reminder for the Pios defense. Muzio, Phelps, Mandler, Martian in the infield. In the outfield, we've got Odom, Lucini, Cooper Smith. That one's going to be grounded over to Phelps. He can't get it. So this time it's going to be running onto it. Odom, throw to third, not in time. But a good placement there by Sokol, right behind Muzio, prevented a run from coming home. Runners at the corners now with one away. And that'll be disappointing. Phelps is tracking to get that ball. It'll be graded an error. I feel that might be a little harsh on him. It was a tricky play. But nevertheless, 2 runners now in scoring position. That'll bring up Lucia with one away. Auburn and the Pioneers are in a fight for the top 4 alongside the Geneva Red Wings. Currently, the Doubledays have 15 losses. And the Pioneers have a couple games in hand. That number will shrink as the season progresses. Pretty congested part of the schedule. Pioneers having 3 days off of no official PGCBL games. Runner goes to second. Can't get the tag. The throw back home is in time. So they do stop Stenson from stealing home. Gralla will get a stolen base at second, though. But a heads-up play and a great throw from Max Mandler. There's now 2 away here. The double steal doesn't work for the second runner, and arguably the more important one, as the count now 2-0 with 2 away. Man in scoring position, but that was a very crucial out there for the Pioneers. With a runner in scoring position, Dominic Guccia only hitting .091. He does, however, have 2 RBIs to show for it in 11 at-bats. Count is now 3-0. On deck is Tan. But the obvious 3-0 take is going to be taken for strike 1 now with 2 away. Sokol just needs to get out of this inning. Could do it on the next pitch. And yes, it was actually a 2-2 count. So I was right. I actually didn't say that too early. I was wrong on the stream, and I'll be happy to be so. 2-2 ends in a strikeout, and that'll be the inning. 1 runner gets aboard. Another one does. A runner gets cut down at home, and a strikeout looking ends the inning. We'll be back with more Pios baseball after this. We're now in the bottom of the second here at Military Appreciation Night. And I think that'll be one of the final warm-up pitches for Danny Luck. Pioneers are able to get out of a tough spot. Runners at the corners, one away. A double steal play ended up backfiring. And the final out was recorded via a strikeout, the second one for Mike Sokol. Cooper Smith, Joe Muzio, and Lucas Phelps will be the three due up this inning. Up first, Cooper Smith. I've had a chance to talk with Scott Smith, Cooper's father. I definitely hope sometime this season we can get him up in the booth alongside some color commentary. That first pitch in the dirt to Cooper, 1-0. Cooper Smith is going to send this one to the outfield. It won't get down in time, though. It'll be out number 1. So Daniluk, after having that sluggish start against the Pios in his last outing against them, he's retired the first 4 batters. Let's see if Joe Muzio can change that. One away. Muzio at the plate now. He's got, of course, the famed Lion King song there as his walk-up. Muzio liked the first pitch. It's a hard grounder to first. He is just a couple steps behind, though. 2 away. So Muzio not on the scene. And yeah, I'll give you the defense really quickly for Auburn. Daniluk on the mound. Brala forms the battery as the catcher from left to right. Lowengar at third. Cervantes at short. Stenson at second. And making that play at first just now was Tan. Andrew Tan. And left field, we've got Guccia, center field, TJ Peacher, and Christian Perez out in right field. The DH and EH are Kim and Hansen. Phelps takes that first pitch backward and foul. I think it hit into something nearly on the roof. But indeed the defense for Auburn, just mentioned it. Brala at catcher, making that previous play at first was Andrew Tan. Daniluk on the mound. Cervantes, Lowengar. Stenson also in the infield. Now 0-2 here to Lucas Phelps. Daniluk has got all of his outs in play today, yet to record a strikeout. Swing and a miss. He'll get his first strikeout here to end the inning. Pretty quick inning for the Pioneers as they go down in order once again. More Pios baseball right after the break. They still trail 1-0 with plenty of time to go. Top of the third underway here in Elmira. A 1-0 lead for the Doubledays. Andrew Tan will lead off. Tan enters the game tonight with a 160 average. Have empty bases, top of the order, and Peacher and Cervantes also due up here for the third inning. Thanks again to Salins, a previous innings sponsor, the official hot dog for your Pioneers. New chance for Sokol to do some damage. At first pitch taken, strike one. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now. So again, we're seeing that stuff from Sokol. He had 2 strikeouts in the second inning, and now his Tan 0-2 to lead off. That one's going to be fouled away, so Tan keeps alive in the at-bat. Now, leading off an inning this season, Tan, a 182 average, so he does a little bit better when he gets the start. But can't do anything here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So good start for the inning for Sokol, getting that first crucial out. 1 away now, here in the top of the third. Peacher was the lone run scorer back in the first inning. He had a very short single that wasn't able to be put out for Muzio. Muzio didn't get his glove to it, but Peacher was definitely at first base before Muzio could even try that throw. That first pitch is low, ball 1. I will mention, though, we've seen a little expanded strike zone, I think, from time to time to that inside. Something for Peacher and the other lefties just to be careful of. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Low, 2-1. Oof, that one hits him. But hit the dirt first, or no. Yeah, it did hit the dirt first. So, 3-1. So just unlucky, as it did ultimately get into him, but ball 3 instead. And strike 2, the count will go full. Looks back over at second. That one's going to be fouled back, so he stays alive. The Doubledays, of course, formerly in the NY Penn League. We've got one of the best facilities in the entire PGCBL. That one fouled off. And ouch, that one fouled off literally of him. Bernstein will go up to the pitcher's mound just to chat really quickly with Sokol, but also give time for Tan just to try to deal with that injury. Hopefully he's going to be all right, and I think he will be. First base coach might just be double checking here as he walks over. But they'll give him a chance just to walk it off and see if he can get right back to the plate. Count will remain full with 1 away. I'll use this opportunity to thank our sponsor this inning. The Elmira Pioneers would like to thank Multimedia Service in South Corning for being your Pioneers official printer. Take a look at the signage all around the ballpark. It's printed by Multimedia Services. Thanks again to Multimedia Services. We're back now with a full count 3-2 pitch. That one's going to be grounded over to first. No, Mandler can't get to it. Just right in the hole between Marsh and Mandler. Mandler made a good attempt to pick it up, but it will be a 1-out single and a second one of the game for Peacher. And similarly to that first one, just a sharp grounder, this time going further into the outfield and splitting the 2 defenders. The first hit he had was a very, very short one down a third base line. So 2 nice grounded balls will get him on base. That's going to bring up Cervantes, who saw 4 straight balls to get on base in his first at-bat. Fouled back, strike 1. That one, I think, got close to the dugout. Always dangerous to see a foul ball go off to the right because there are parked cars behind Dunn Field. However, I haven't heard of any incidents with the ball hitting into a car yet. But always got to be careful for that. 0-1. That one's going to be grounded over to Phelps. They could turn 2. Takes it himself, and it is a 6-3 double play to get out of the inning. Great play by Phelps to get the throw and get the tag at second on the bag. And that'll end the inning. 1 hit and no one left the board after that double play. More Pios baseball after the break. Alex Lucchini will open the 3rd inning for the Pioneers. Bottom 3 Doubledays still lead. Lucchini, he was actually not in the game against Newark. He took his night off there, and I think he's going to be excited to get back at the plate. Of course, returning Pioneer a few nights prior. He made his debut back in Utica as the Pioneers started to get on a little losing streak. Then he's been with the team, I think, on settle back in. I wonder if he can really get some damage going. Fouled away, strike 1. Lucchini, Blake, and Bartenstein due up as the 3 batters. Odom, the 10th batter, will either see action this inning or be the first one next inning. And ball 1. That one's going to be lined, and they can't get to it. A good diving play, but just dives over the ball. Lucchini will get the first hit of the game for the Pioneers and get on base to start the bottom of the 3rd. That'll bring up Aiden Blake. To quote the PA members, the man with the best mustache in the PGCBL, and I agree. Pios number 24 ready to go. Here's the first pitch now from Danny Luck. On the outside corner, strike 1. Pickoff attempt. Lucchini back safely. Blake hasn't had the strongest start to the season. He's played 5 games and only has had 1 hit so far, but he does have a .250 on base percentage. He's got a chance to improve that here He's also recently seen some action in the recent tune-up interleague games the Pioneers had against the traveling Brilliant Sox. There, the Pioneers have played off against some pretty strong talent, from the Frontier League to players who've even had some Double-A starts. Now, a 1-1 for Aiden Blake. Runner goes, Blake takes, and he is safe at second. Lucini with a nice stolen base there. The count now 1-2 as that was down the middle. I don't think with a 2-strike count Blake will try to drop a sacrifice here, but a ball in play could lead to Lucini making it to third, even if it's just a shallow slap hit that leads to an out. That stage, the Pios just might want to get that run in an even closer spot. Could Blake find a second hit of the season, though, and get his first RBI? Swing and a miss, he can't. That one's in the dirt. Lucini, however, will stay at 2. One away now with one board. Brody Bartenstein will now step up. I think we just had a little lag spike for a second, but I think we're back, which is good. Those will always happen up here. But Bartenstein, hopefully he doesn't have a lag spike in his at-bat. And I'm not talking about the stream. I'm hoping that Bartenstein can stay green and get this run home. One away. Lucini goes to third, and that's actually a pretty smart move. 1-0 count. And Lucini, with a second swipe, gets 90 feet away from home. Wasn't able to make that throw because Bartenstein is a right-handed batter, and it's hard to get that throw off in time. So the Pios now tying run 90 feet away. The pickoff attempt, but Lucini makes it back. That is a pretty interesting play. I wonder if he was out. They threw a pickoff attempt, and I'm not sure if Lucini was safe or back in time. Auburn's manager has come out to challenge it. Honestly, I think he might have been out on that play. I will be genuinely honest. They're going to double it. If it gets overturned, I think it'll get overturned, but just well-executed pickoff attempt there as the count's now 2-0. I think Lucini may have made it back. They're just trying to discuss it. Auburn's manager clearly not happy with the call at first. I think I'd have to go a full VAR check. And they've called him safe, and he is still not happy. He's going to talk to him about it. But they've already conversed it. They're not going to overturn it. I'll pull up the replay over the break, and I'll let you know. Actually, no, I'll pull the replay right now as this discussion probably lasts another minute. You won't win arguing with City Hall. 2-0 count. Dunfield liking that, though. So that will definitely be a controversial play right there, especially if the Pios do eventually score this run. Count now 3-0 to Bartenstein. Zach Odom on deck. Yeah, hard to tell from the replay and the quality, but it was definitely a close play at second. And ball 4. Bartenstein's going to make it to first with a walk. That may have been intentional in a sort of weird way to get there, to just open up a double play opportunity, as it now does with Zach Odom. On deck, Max Mailer. He might have a shot if there's 2 away. Or Odom tying up the game. Odom, he's yet to get an RBI this season, but hitting .231 this year, better than the team average. That one's going to be chopped. I think it'll tie the game. It will, and that'll also be the second out of the inning. So Odom does the job on a sacrifice. To bring Lucini home, Bartenstein will get to second, 2 away, and the Pios have tied the game. Huge play there from Odom. Use this time to thank our sponsor for this inning. Are you looking for some pizza at home, at Dunfield, or wherever? You can always get yourself some fresh Papa John's at Dunfield or order it wherever you are. If you're also in Elmira, you can get it at 950 County Road 64 at the Target Plaza. Thanks again to Papa John's. So now, that was a delicious run, just like Papa John's delicious pizza. 2 away, top of the order. Max Mandler returns to the plate with a runner on second. Mandler takes strike 1 there down the middle. But the Pios were able to equalize on that play. Their offense finally getting it done. They've got 2 hits, or 1 hit today. And we're able to bring that hit home. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now to Mandler. Even though he's down 0-2, we know Mandler can work some deep counts. And he does a great job at forcing those deep counts, too. If he can keep the inning alive, Wayman would be on deck. And ball 1. Dunfield getting excited here with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Mandler goes down swinging to end the inning. Pioneers are able to score 1 run on 1 hit. They strand 1, and the game is tied. We'll see you in the top of the 4th inning right after this. Top of the 4th inning here. Pioneers return, and Mike Sokol is going to be ready to face off against Hansen. Hansen, Lomengar, and Kim are the 3 due up. Strike 1 taken. During this first at bat, let's also give you a message from DeMetz Candy Company, this inning's sponsor. DeMetz Candy Company is proud to support the Elmira Pioneers. We're proud to live and work in this community and have the opportunity to support the Pioneers. Also supporting the Pioneers in that play, Bobby Marsh. He'll get that ball in foul territory, 1 away. Strong start to the inning now from Sokol to get that first out. That'll bring up us off Lowengar to the plate. Foul backward. We mentioned Lowengar. He's an international talent, plays in the Israeli national team. In the 2021 European Championship final match against the Netherlands, he hit a 2-run home run. Oh, 1 now for Lowengar. That one taken outside, 1-1. Lowengar this season hitting 186 is his average. Still a dangerous hitter. He's got the 4 spot in the lineup. 2-1. Now, here's the 2-1 from Sokol. 2-2 now. Here with 1 away. That one's going to be fouled backward. Still 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Lowengar's first at-bat, he brought home an RBI off a sac fly. Ball 4. So, Lowengar draws a walk to get on base. 1 away, 1 on. That now brings up Tanner Kim. Grounded out to Mandler at second in his first at-bat. Seen some games where the Pios can turn a few double plays, and they've got an opportunity here. First pitch, ball 1. So number 38, number 5 hitter, looking to get that offense back going. That one fouled back, 1-1. I will say something that's funny for the Pioneers, stats-wise. It's kind of hard to see where a lot of their strength comes from. They strand a lot of runners on base. They're hitting only .220, and they've got a 5 ERA. But when they play well, the Pioneers play really well. The only issue is that when they lose, they generally lose in a relatively large margin. At the very least they have in the previous games, which is a reason those numbers can seem a little inflated on the stat sheet. Now, 2-1. That one's going to be lined deep to center field. Lucini tracking back, and he comes up with a leaping grab. 2 away now. Having to make a basketball-type move there. 2 away. And speaking of basketball moves, getting 2K23 could be the move, as they're going to be bringing back a beloved feature from NBA 2K11, which was a fun Michael Jordan minigame mode. But again, it's 2K23. They got to make it Jordan-themed. 2 away. This one popped up, and it could end the inning. Muzio tracking it in foul territory, but it's just going to go over the fence. Muzio can only look on and say, darn, maybe next time. 0-1. Hey, James, welcome to the stream. And yeah, we love the Pios here. Currently tied with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 0-1 count here for Christian Perez. Runner on first. And also shout out for Doubledays fans, if you're tuning in, welcome to the stream, and thank you for tuning in as well. 0-1. 1-0, and out of nowhere, smart play to steal second there from Lowengar. 1-1 count, runner on second. That one's outside. Barnstein making a good catch to make sure Lowengar couldn't get to third on a wild pitch. Now a 2-1 count with 2 away. Sokol and the rest of the pitching staff have had some time to rest. So far, Sokol's done quite well. But right now, we're going to see Perez 3-1 count. 2 away for Sokol. He just needs to get an out to get out of the inning. He does have a particularly dangerous runner at second, though, who might be trying to get to third. He doesn't, as there's ball 4 from Perez. 2 aboard, 2 away. Only 2 hits surrendered from Sokol all game. But notably today, he's issued a couple free passes from time to time. And I will say just something as well. Look in the batting cages over there. J.N.I. Vaughn just getting some practice and warm-up swings in. Doesn't always show up for the Pioneers as a pinch hitter, but he's had a couple of plate appearances where he does. And you love to see that level of dedication. Looks like the inning will come to an end here. Lucini gets under it and will make the catch to retire the side. Hey, Cam, and welcome. Glad to see you coming in from the Tarp Skunks. They've had some fun matches with the Pios. I'll see them again later this season. For now, we'll enter the bottom of the 4th after 2 runners will get stranded on no hits. Bottom of the 4th underway here. We're back in Elmira. More Pioneers baseball. Oof, that's going to be a tough trip over to Amsterdam. Or no, actually Mohawk Valley. The Pioneers are going to have a tough trip tomorrow as they take on Watertown. And I'm not going to be able to get back to Dunfield until maybe 3 a.m. It's a doubleheader. It'll be fun, but a long day. Hopefully the Pioneers can walk away with 2 wins. First pitch here to Wayman. He's going to ground that hard to second. Picked up, and Wayman out to open the inning. Now we're going to see Bobby Marsh step up here. Him and Cooper Smith also do up this inning. And we'll quickly thank Vasco Brands. Own a business, looking for a janitor supplier or janitor supplies? Call Vasco Brands and tell them the Pioneers sent you. One away here in the bottom of the 4th. A 1-1 game. Marsh takes strike 1 on that outside corner. A little high, but in the zone. Keep in mind, Marsh, he's about 6'4". He's a tall player. He suffers the Judge weakness of, you know, some high pitches can be called strikes. That one fouled back 0-2. Marsh down early in this at-bat. In his previous at-bat, he lined directly to Jake Danyluk, who made a very impressive grab. In fact, it was so impressive that Marsh even tipped his helmet to him afterwards. One away here, 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, and this time Marsh will go down swinging. Probably no tip of the cap this time. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Cooper Smith returns to the plate. Smith hit one deep, but flew out in his previous at-bat. That's been an unfortunate trend for Cooper Smith. The rest of the Pios, all their fly balls either get behind for doubles or off the wall, but none have left any park they've played at this season. They've still yet to get a home run, although they have conceded 3. Cooper Smith fouls that one away, count now 1-1. So it fours good luck for the Tarp Skunks doubleheader tomorrow. So while they're currently 3rd in the PGCBL, we'll also show you the standings soon for the West Division and how close these two are in that title hunt. 2-1 now, Elmira and Auburn. Still tied here. Cooper Smith looking to get some offense going. That one fouled off on the check swing, 2-2. Of course, you can tell by the scoreboard, but as just a reminder, Pioneers wearing navy blue, Auburn Doubledays wearing red. For every game, I try to match the scoreboard to each team's jerseys to make it easier. That one's in the dirt, ball 3 now to Cooper Smith. I'll say Cooper Smith today, pretty good season. I mean, he's hitting .322, and he's also got a .414 on base and .356 slugging percentage. So he's done well so far and looking to do even better. 3-2 count. That one tipped foul. Good reactions there by Gralla behind the plate. But Gralla only able to throw it back because it was a foul ball. On deck, Joe Muzio, but he might have to lead off next time, depending on how this at-bat goes. And ball 4. So he will get a chance now. Cooper Smith gets to first on a walk. That's the second walk conceded all game by Danyluk, who's done a lot better tonight. Pretty much lights out apart from that one well-worked run back in the 3rd. We did have a little rain earlier passing through, but nothing too bad, Cam, which is good. If it's anything too bad, we might not have had the game, but also, the field could use a little water, so it was nice to have that come through from time to time. But, of course, warning track and some foul ball sections can get kind of dangerous and muddy. I've almost slipped while walking over to one of the dugouts. That one, strike 1. But the rain stayed away, giving us the nice enough weather for tonight's game. 0-1 for Muzio. Muzio's first at-bat saw him ground out. Pickoff attempt. Of course, Danyluk a little bit better at doing that since he's a lefty and he's directly facing first and can make an easier bluff on a throw. 0-1 here. Muzio pops this one up. Adds deep, but not deep enough. That'll be the final out of the inning. Pios get one aboard, but will ultimately strand them. Phelps, Lucini, and Blake will be due up next inning. More Pioneers baseball coming back up. And hopefully it doesn't storm too badly down in Jamestown. Because rain, never fun to deal with. But glad with the rainy weather you're able to join us here. We'll be back, more Pios baseball, top of the 5th, up next. We're back here in Elmira at the top of the 5th inning. Brawlo will lead off now. Strike one, swing and a miss. I'm glad to hear you guys curled up in front of a TV. Some of the nicest way to spend some stormy nights. Now, 0-1 here to Brawla. For the game, Brawla got on base with an error. Swing and a miss, strike two. Sokol able to get ahead of him early. Swing and a miss, and that is another strikeout for Mike Sokol. That's 4 on the day for number 43. 1 away now on the top of the 5th. That'll bring up Guccia. He struck out looking in the 2nd. Ball 1. Fouled away, 1-1. Two and one now. That one fouled, so now it's 2-2. Ooh! And Sokol stepping away, obviously not intentional, just slipped from him. That'll be a hit by pitch as Gucci will get to first, hopefully. Oh, no. Team trainer for the Pioneers, Kennedy, rushing out there to check on Gucci. Even I think Sokol is looking around. We'll switch to break really quickly and let you know how he's doing. So we've got some good news. Gucci is up, but that's definitely a little nasty hit. You can tell he's disappointed. I think Sokol walking over just to apologize. They high five. I think Gucci is still a little disappointed about getting hit, but obviously not intentional from Sokol, just slipping out of his hand. Runner on now with one away, and it's good to see Gucci back up and moving. He'll get to first now. Andrew Tan steps up now with that runner on. Oof, that one had been inside from Sokol. And that was similar to the previous pitch that had Run a little too far and it hit into Lucia, trying to find that inside corner. But just slipping. It's a dangerous sport. That one inside. I think he's hearing some commotion from the Auburn dugout. They've got a runner on with one away. And this time, he held up. That was a pretty close one. 3-0 count now. I actually thought he did commit all the way, but he might not have. Ball 4. Tan gets aboard on 4 straight pitches. I'll bring up TJ Peacher. And we're now going to see someone, I think, head out to the bullpen or begin to stretch up. Coach Billy Wildman, nicknamed Silly Billy. Silly Willy, I think, yeah. Silly Willy, Billy Wildman. He's going to step out to the mound now, I think, just to calm Sokol's nerves. Possible he might not be 100% there after that hit by pitch and preceding walk. Just try to tell him to settle in, lock down, and get out of the jam. Top of the order, Peacher returns to the plate. Here in the top of the 5th. That one's going to be popped up. Cooper Smith tracking it, and he'll pick it up for the second out. Runner tags and can't get to it. Brody Bartenstein able to pick it up and keep the runners there. 2 away. Take this opportunity to thank this inning sponsor. Ardent Health is the official healthcare provider for your Elmira Pioneers. Next time you need medical attention, make sure you visit Ardent Health for all your medical needs. Thanks again to Ardent Health. 2 away now, 2 aboard. Strike 1. Cervantes up now, 0 for 1 with a double play and walk. Inside, oof, ball 1. Another really solid outing tonight from Sokol. Two and 1. We, of course, remember that graphic I showed up with the Save Mike Sokol hashtag. 14 runs allowed, 10 of them earned. Only 2 scored by the Pioneers while Sokol was on the mound entering the previous game. That number's changed because the Pioneers eventually did score 4 runs in that game. But here, we now see 7 runs of support compared to 17 runs allowed. I believe only 13 earned. Strike 2. We got a full count now with 2 away. And welcome. Yeah. 3-2. Hey, take a break. Yeah, definitely make sure you check out that tomorrow as well. It'll be a tough day, Cam. Full day in Mohawk Valley, full day for the Pios down in Watertown. 3-2. Runner goes. That one's going to be grounded hard to Phelps. Makes the throw to first in time to end the inning. The Pioneers are able to escape the jam and strand 2 runners on no hits. Pioneers baseball returns in the bottom of the 5th right after this. That's your West Division standings. Pioneers and Doubledays in a close fight. Excuse me if I have to mute for a second. Something went down the wrong pipe while drinking some water over the break. First pitch from Danny Luck. High, ball one. Got to remove the graphic. There we go. Apologies, just wrong pipe, wrong time. Let's see, 1-0 now. For Lucas Phelps, he fouls that one away. It's a 1-1 count. Phelps struck out to end the second inning in his previous at-bat against Danny Luck. This season, Lucas Phelps, he's hitting 209. Only 11 points entering the game below the team average. Swing and a miss, 1-2 now. 1-2. Billy Wildman, Eugene Barber on the base paths. Count now 2-2. This inning sponsor Texas Roadhouse. They've got themselves a banner up in right field with a bullseye. And if that bullseye gets hit, everyone at Dunfield gets a free appetizer from Texas Roadhouse. 2-2. That one sent foul. Over to the Pios bullpen, which now sees a little bit of action. Two here. This one popped up. Foul territory. Running to make it. Oh, just dropped. So the at-bat will stay alive. That's good news for Lucas Phelps. Bad news for the Doubledays. Just a couple of inches away from getting that first out. Two. Swung on miss, strike three. Lucini has the only hit tonight for the Pioneers and ultimately came home to score. Combined through 5 1/3 for the Pios, or 4 1/3 for the Pios, and 5 and complete for the Doubledays. Only 3 hits combined. Really good pitching so far from Sokol and Danny Luck. 0-1 after that bunt is fouled away. Ooh, that one fouled off in the worst way possible for Lucini. As he ducks out of the way, it just bounces off the bat. So it's technically now an 0-2 count. That's tough for Alex, but see if he can recover here. 0-2. That one's outside, ball 1. Lucini not falling for that bait pitch. Lucini for the season, only hitting 150. He's got 4 free bases and 4 strikeouts. Outside, 2-2. Showing a pretty good eye this at bat. Swing and a miss this time, and he'll go down swinging 2 away. For Danny Luck, that is strikeout number 6. That brings up Aiden Blake, who struck out in his first at-bat. I think the worst thing you want from the Pioneers is to give Danny Luck more confidence entering the 6th inning, as the Pios will probably have to look to their bullpen, as we do see some activity. Blake is going to line that one, and it gets through for a single. Blake converts on a very good opportunity with 2 away. And that's going to bring up Brody Bartenstein, who got on base with a walk. Here's the pitch to Bartenstein. High, ball 1. Some let's go Brody chants going for the Pios catcher. 1-0 here. Swing and a miss there, 1-1. Still a tied game. Both teams now level with 1 run and 2 hits. The only difference on that scoreboard is 1 error by the Pioneers, on what I'd also say was a pretty tough play for Lucas Phelps. Steps off with the pickoff attempt. So we'll get the 1-1 one more time. Two and 1 now. Two and 2, that one inside the zone. Good job there by Brawla as well. And now a 2-2 count with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 runner on for the Pioneers. That one's high and outside, 3-2. Bartenstein did draw a walk last time. Might be able to do it again and bring up Zach Odom, whose ground out brought in Alex Lucini from 3rd. Dunfield, a great showing and very excited now. 3-2. Strike 3, and he's going to get rung up there. And Bartenstein, he's a little disappointed on that one. I think just that outside zone relatively established. He goes down looking, and the side struck out after 1 hit, 1 runner stranded. That'll be it for the bottom of the 5th. More Pios baseball in the top of the 6th. Sokol, it looks like, will return to the mound. Top of the 6th underway back at historic Dunn Field. Tomorrow night, you can catch your Pioneers live on the road in Watertown. One of the tougher days of the season. It'll be a late night as the Pios look to get the double against an Eastern Division foe. Hansen leads off for the Auburn Doubledays. That one's going to be popped up and likely gets down for a base hit. It does. Smith on it, but a runner will get aboard to start the inning. Just a well-hit ball in no man's land, and Hansen is now 1 for 3. That'll bring up a soft Lowengar. Today he's 0 for, well, actually doesn't have a true at bat. He had a sacrifice fly and a walk. That one gets away from Bartenstein, recovers but can't get the ball to second in time. That wild pitch puts a runner in scoring position. We do see some activity in the bullpen, but they're going to let Mike keep going. Mike can get out of this jam. 1-0 now. Looks back to second. Tries to get a better sign. Outside, ball 2. Now. That one's going to be lined to left field. Picked up by Odom. The throw in will not be in time. It's an RBI single for Asaf Lowengar, his second RBI of the day. And it scores Hansen from second. Auburn takes a 2-1 lead. Case of good situational hitting right there and one unlucky wild pitch. That's the first run scored since the third inning. No outs, and that'll bring up Kim. Tanner Kim takes strike 1. Strike 2, that one inside, but in the zone. Oh, 2 for Sokol. Tanner Kim just wants an extra second to step out. Runner goes, 1-2, and Bartenstein can't get up for the throw. Doubledays put a runner back in scoring position again. This time on a stolen base. 1-2 here. That one's going to be grounded hard to Mandler. That'll be the first out of the inning, and a runner gets to third. Want to use this opportunity to thank this inning's sponsor. The My Pioneers would like to thank First Transit for their continued support of Pioneer Baseball. Thank you, First Transit. One away here in the 6th. That first pitch is going to be popped up in foul territory. Muzio under it, makes the play, 2 away, and that's a big out as Christian Perez goes down on 1 pitch. 2 outs now with that runner on third. A chance to keep the damage to just 1 this inning. Two away, that brings up Stenson with a walk and flyout. That one's popped up. Marsh tracking back in foul territory, and he'll get the catch to end the inning. 3 straight outs after the Asaf Lowengar RBI. 2 hits bring home 1 run, 1 left on base. Pioneers trailing but still have a couple innings to play. More Pios baseball right after this. Zach Odom leads off now in the bottom of the 6th. Pioneers trailing after the 1 run came home, looking to respond. Odom gets on base with that first pitch. Well hit up the middle for a single to start off the inning right for the Elmira Pioneers. Top of the order, Max Mandler up, and due up unless there's a double play would be Mandler, would be Marsh, and would be Wayman. Wayman, of course, before Marsh. Finally see a little activity warming up in the bullpen for Auburn. Mandler takes that one outside, ball 1. And now, as the starters for each team slow down and might eventually have to be replaced, it'll be a battle of the bullpen, and if the offenses can get back to life, Pios already got a tying run on first. Mandler's going to send that one to right field. Caught, 1 away. That'll bring up Frank Wayman. He's grounded out in both his appearances. Let's use this opportunity to thank this inning's sponsor of your Pioneers. Looking for a hotel? Family and friends visiting the Twin Tiers area? Perhaps your first phone call should be Clarion Inn Riverview. They're the host hotel for your Elmira Pioneers. Now, Wayman 1 away, runner on. Thanks again to Clarion Inn. Wayman lines that one up the middle, but it's going to be taken, and a 6-3 double play to end the inning. 1 runner on 1 hit, but it won't be stranded as it's out on the double play from Wayman. Top of the 7th coming up after this, and a tough, quick inning for the Pioneers on that. Disappointing. They still trail by 1. We'll be right back. back here, but the reason is because that'll be the day for Mike Sokol. 6 innings of 2 run ball on 4 hits. Tristan Champa will enter the game as a reliever. He had pitched 5 innings against Newark, so he's a little gas left in the tank and received a couple days off. So while he warms up, let me give this opportunity to thank all the sponsors who make the Pioneer season possible. Thank you, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Arkashamung Skyler, Arnett Health, Big Fox, Blaze Brockway Contracting, Bill Electric, Buckley's Automotive, Billy Hill Vineyards, Catholic Charities, Chemung Canal Trust, Clement Center, Coca-Cola, Dady Mini Marts, Elm Chevy, Elmira Heat Treating, the Elmira Junior Enforcers, Firefly Adventure Retreat, First Transit, Glove House, Hardinge, Heroes Comic Shop, Hilliard, Jubilee Foods, Just in Time, M&T Bank, NYSCO, PBA, Office Equipment, OPWDD, Papa John's, Pinecroft Golf Course, Salins, Save-A-Lot, Seneca Beverage, Service Master, Serve Pro, Shen's Wholesale, Simmons Rockwell, Slam and Jam and Barbecue, Solutions FCU, Southern Tier Custom Fab, Suburban Propane, SUNY Corning, Susan Minchin DDS, The Cakery, Tioga Downs, Today's Special, Tom South Corning, Tower Broadcasting, The Town of Southport, Turtleleaf, the U.S. Navy, Value Homes, Vasco, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Waste Markets, and Wilbur Auto. Thank you again to all those sponsors who help make the Pioneer season possible. But indeed, Tristan Champa will make an appearance from the bullpen here. He'll be tasked with keeping things quite likely through the final 3 innings. He'll have a couple days rest and games rest before he makes his next start. He already has had a couple, so his arm will likely be relatively fresh entering this appearance tonight. This inning sponsor, Hilliard. Thanks again to Hilliard for supporting the Pioneers. They've also given out some free Thunder Sticks from time to time, including tonight here at Military Appreciation Night. Brawler leads off. He struck out in his previous at-bat. Swings and misses, strike 1 here against Tristan Champa. Champa, 33 strikeouts this season, and a 3.21 ERA in 7 games, 4 starts, 1 complete game shutout, even though it was just technically a 5-inning game. 1-1, that one going a little inside. It'll be disappointment, I think, for Sokol, who at best can get a no decision here tonight. Another quality start for him, but the team not giving enough support to get him the win. Two and two, that one just outside. Ball 3, barely. That'll get some groans here at Dunfield. That was a very good framed pitch from Bartenstein, but just outside. 0 for 2 for Brala. He got on with an error. Swing and a miss. He'll go down swinging to open the inning. Great start there for Champa, getting it started with that strikeout. Guccia enters the game again. He had hit by a pitcher in his previous at-bat. Thankfully, got right back up. And he's been playing in left field since and is back at the plate, 0 for 1. want one fouled away. 0-1. That time going, I think, closer to the Pios dugout. Thinking, hey, if you hit me, I'll hit you. Obviously, just kidding, of course. The way he wants to send that ball is into the outfield and over the wall for the first time here at Dunn Field this season. No team has gotten a home run, whether it's the Pios or their opponent at Dunn Field. All 3 home runs conceded by the Pios have happened on the road, in Jamestown, Geneva, and in the one game we couldn't stream in Niagara. One away here with one away. Or 1-1, one away. Current line score, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Doubledays. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Pioneers. Two one here. 2-2. Foul back. Quite a few fans out here tonight for some Tuesday night baseball. 8:50 p.m. Past sunset, those lights will be shining bright. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout in the inning for Ciampa. So Ciampa showing off the stuff we know and love here in the 7th. That's strikeout 35 this season, and that is compared to just 12 walks. A 3-to-1 strikeout walk ratio in this league is great, especially for someone who's pitched as many innings as Ciampa. He leads the team with 28. Outside, ball 1. Two 2-0 now. It's Andrew Tan at the plate. He entered this game 12 strikeouts and 8 free bases. It's now 9-13. I think they're going to redo that pitch. It's 2-0 still. Just wanted some time really quickly. 2-0 here for Ciampa. Strike 1. It's a 2-1 count. That one gets away. And oh, okay, so they did say that weird take or whatever was a valid pitch. So it is ball 4. So apparently the pitch that didn't technically count did. That'll bring up Peacher with a runner on, 2 away. Top of the 7th inning. Doubledays lead by 1. Ciampa looking to keep it close for those Pios. We're going to be back up in the bottom of the 7th with 9 outs to play with. Ball 1 a bit low. Attempted steal there. He's going to be safe. Pios defense just needs to stay alert. That's let a runner get into scoring position. Peacher, 2 for 3 today as well. That's definitely not the situation you want. Pretty strong hitter with now a runner in scoring position who's going to be running when ball hits bat. 0-1. Inside 1-1. Or actually, I think it might be 2-0. I'll have to wait and see confirmation from the umpire. That one's inside. Could be 3-0 or 2-1. Have to double check. Now it's going to be potentially a 2-2 count here. I'll follow that. 2-2. And actually 3-2. So I was right. That first pitch was a ball. Full count. That one's going to be grounded. Picked up by Ciampa. And that is the final out of the inning. Ciampa gets out of the jam, stuttering just a walk. One runner left aboard. More Pios baseball right after this, entering the bottom of the 7th. Entering the game now for the Doubledays, Jacob Kachuba. Will retire Daniluk after 7 innings. Kachuba this season, a 1.46 ERA in 12 innings, 14 to 6 strikeout ratio to walk ratio. His first opponent this time will be Bobby Marsh, and due up will be Cooper Smith and Joe Muzio. Pioneers do a little weaker against righties. 0-1. That one's going to be lined. Sliding catch out in there in left field. Good play. And with that, it'll be 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Good sliding catch in that play. 1 away. That'll bring up Cooper Smith again. 0 for 1 with the walk today. Fouled, 0-1. Need Smith to come up huge right here. That one's going to be popped up. And caught. For out number 2. Throughout most of the season, Pioneers have been better at scoring runs late. They're going to need to do that here. Stay in the game. 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Thank you to Billy Hill Vineyards being this inning's sponsor. Here's Joe Muzio. Joe, needs you bad, fouled away, strike 1. Kachuba has had a solid start from the bullpen. Similar, Champa getting those first 2 outs. Outside, ball 1. One and 1 here for Muzio. Tipped away, 1 and 2. One, 2. Swing and a miss. Muzio down on strikes to end the inning. He's not on the scene. We'll be back with the top of the 8th after this. Top of the 8th underway. And leading off is going to be Cervantes, followed by Hansen and Lowengar. He's actually led off 2 of the innings for 2 of his 3 at-bats. 1 for 3 on the day. Make that 2 for 3 as it gets by a diving Joe Muzio. Runner on first, no one out. That'll bring up Hansen, number 37, the extra hitter. Low, ball 1. 2-0 now. That one popped up. Should be the first out of the inning. Bobby Marsh going to get under it. Instead, it'll go to Bartenstein, who falls backward to make the catch. But in a very risky tag up, Cervantes gets to second. He saw Bartenstein fall over and decided to take the risk. One away, man on second now. Throw was just a little off target from Bartenstein, who had to rush it. One away for Asaf Lowengar. He's had both RBIs today. One on a sac fly, one on a single. That one popped up. Lucas Phelps, however, under it. 2 away now. And a good grab there by Lucas Phelps. Now I'll bring up Andrew Kim again. Sorry, Tanner Kim. One and 0. That one's going to be fouled away. 1-1 now. One and 1 here with 2 away. Top of the 8th for Champa. 2-1. I think that was relatively close to the zone, but they just called a little inside. Dunfield staying excited now. 2-1. 3-1 now. I have a feeling Bartenstein will be ready in case a runner tries to get to third. Tough at bat coming up here. Tough pitch coming up here for Champa. Ball 4. Up at 2 aboard with 2 away. Perez steps up. Perez on the day. 0 for 2 with the walk. Here's Christian Perez, 2 away, 2 aboard. That one fouled away, 0-1. Champa got a little jam, but only 1 out is needed to get out. And they do have force outs at third and second, as well as first. So they've got a little room to work with if there's a grounder. Can Champa get out of the jam, keep it a 2-1 game? That one's going to be sent to the outfield. Cooper Smith tracking it down, makes the catch to end the inning. 1 hit, 2 runners left aboard. Pios trail by 1 as we enter the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll be right back with more Pioneer Baseball. Top of the 8th here in Elmira, back at historic Dunn Field. Pioneers currently trailing by 1, but they've got 6 outs to play with. Let's see who's going to lead off this inning. Lucas Phelps, followed by Alex Lucini and Naden Blake. The trios combined 2 for 6. They're going to need to get some offense going here to enter the 9th well. First pitch to Phelps, inside, ball 1. Military Appreciation Night here at Dunn Field. If you're part of the Armed Services and watching this stream, thank you for your service. That one fouled away, 1-1. But again, a great night here at Dunn Field. We saw that World War II car come in for the national anthem. During some of the inning breaks, we've had the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines themes all playing. And we've had a pretty good baseball game. A pitcher's duel that has continued in the bullpen. Pioneers looking to get this game open. 1-2 now to Phelps. Fooled by that inside pitch. One and two. That one lined foul. And over to the batting cages for the Pios, 1-2. See a little stretching out there in the Pios bullpen. I think it might be Kevin Serrano, but obviously they're going to want to keep Ciampa in if he can go for that 9th inning. And Ciampa's been doing well. 1-2. Phelps pops that one backward. I think he's going to want to do some damage here to Kachuba. Or just try to work along at bat or get on base. Do anything to try to help the Pios offense at this stage. Pios would love to score a run to tie it or even take the lead and give Ciampa a chance to close out with a save. Maybe they even get Osofsky to do it. 1-2. That one's going to be lined. Gets down for a base hit. Phelps staying at 1. A single to lead off for Phelps. He had 2 strikeouts today, but has improved that with a hit right here. Tying run on first. Now it's going to be Alex Lucini at the plate. Lucini today, 1 for 2 with a strikeout and single. Scored the only one for the Pios. And I know he'd like to get an RBI here. Big opportunity here. Lucini's going to drop a bunt, looking to just manufacture a scoring position. And he will. The sacrifice does the job. Phelps in scoring position. Here comes Aiden Blake with one away. Dropped a good bunt. Not good enough to get on base, but good enough to get that runner. And they'll trust the bat of Aiden Blake, who's 1 for 2. His recent at-bat in the 5th was a single. Bartenstein on deck with one away. Outside, ball 1. And with a runner in scoring position, things get a little scarier if you're on the mound. And Kachuba, for him especially, as he knows he's trying to preserve this lead. That tying run will be a pain in the neck. That one fouled away, 1-1. Some Let's Go Pios chants around here at Dunn Field. Blake pops that one foul. It's a 1-2 count. Really stressful inning here for the Pios. They've got a runner in scoring position. 2-5-0 compared to 1-4-0. That's the score line for both teams. Pios would like to start this run of play with a victory. They're coming off a tied series against the Brilliant Sox. And calling time really quickly. One, two. That one's going to be grounded up the middle. Blake out at first. Phelps gets to third. Bartenstein will now have the opportunity. If he gets a hit, that runner from third is certainly making it home. With 2 outs, he's got a chance to tie it up. Odom on deck, followed by Mandler and Wayman. Could be the 3 due up in the 9th if they fail here. But if they succeed, that could try to get it even closer to the chunk of elite Pios hitters. A good case scenario here for the Pios, with a strong set of batters coming up. Bartenstein checked up, but he went around, strike 1. 0-1 here for Bartenstein, the Pios catcher this season. His only hit brought home an RBI. 0-2 now. Today he's got a walk-in strikeout, and he's down 0-2. Inside, ball 1, close. So you can tell just the nerves all around here at Dunn Field. Huge at bat. Barnstein goes down looking that time. Strike 3. The side is retired. 1 hit, 1 runner stranded. Pios baseball. Back after this. We're back here at historic Dunn Field. Pioneers squander a man on third. And now it's up to Ciampa, keeping it clean this half of the inning. Can he put the Pios just within run entering the 9th inning? Or can Auburn try to extend the gap? Auburn's got their 7, 8, and 9 hitters up here. So that is good news for Ciampa. What's also good news is that tonight they haven't gotten a hit. They've gotten a couple free bases and an error. But so far, 0 for 7. 1-0. Two 2-0 here from Ciampa. They've got Serrano warming up, I think, before in case. But obviously they're going to greenlight Ciampa no matter what. That one's going to be driven deep center field. Lucchini under it, and he'll get the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 away here in the 9th. That will bring up Brella. Guccia on deck. What can Ciampa do here? One away. First pitch taken, strike 1 to Brella. The Doubledays catcher. 1-1. That one's up. It will come down, though. Can Mandler stay under it? Yes, he can. 2 away. Two quick outs here to try to bring the relatively warm bats for the Pios up. Odom, Mandler, and Wayman would be due up unless they go for a pinch hitter for Odom. I'm not sure why, though, unless they feel that they want someone better than Odom. Odom did get an RBI and a ground out, and also got a single. 2 away now for Lucia. Lucia takes ball 1 in the dirt. Odom's proven that he's batted a pretty good bat all season. Again, if you're here on the stream, an exciting bottom of the ninth coming up. 2 outs here in the top. Final shot for Auburn to try to extend their gap. Kachuba at this rate will come out for his 3rd inning. That one away, ball 3. On deck is Tan, who's also had 2 walks, but a strikeout. Gucci has struck out 2 times and also got hit by a pitch. Strike 1-0, ball 4. So 4 pitches. Gucci is up. It's going to bring up Tan. One more out needed for Champa to get to the bottom of the ninth. And last chance saloon for the Pios here on Military Appreciation Night. Pios do not want to have their 12th loss of the season. They'd rather get back up to 500. Andrew Tan now up. That one's going to be grounded right to Champa on what was, I think, an attempted check swing, and that will end the inning. Apart from the walk, it'll strand 1 runner. No hits, no runs, and no errors. We'll be back. Last Chance Saloon here in Elmira. Last Chance Saloon here, bottom of the ninth. Pios, 3 more outs in this duel out west. Odom will lead off. Mandler and Wayman will get at bats. Pios will need 1 run to tie it. 2 runs to win it. 3 outs to play with. Kachuba returns to the mound. Odom, the lone RBI this game, when his ground out brought Lucini home. Outside, ball 1. Kachuba 3 outs away, but he's got to deal with some tough hitters tonight. Even though Wayman and Mandler are combined 0 for 6, they each are nearly at 300 or over it. Odom swinging a miss, 1-1. So those two certainly due for hits this time around. That one's going to be lined over to second. Throw to first in time. Odom a step behind, 1 away. That'll bring up Max Mandler, 1 away here. Top of the ninth. On deck, Wayman getting some practice swings. He'd like to just have that runner on first to play with. Wayman, he's had 15 RBIs this season. 16 would be huge. Can Max come home and score his 14th run? He's only behind Wayman in that category. He's tied for second in RBIs. Outside, ball 1 to Mandler. Kachuba's gotten through 2 1/3 here, relatively clean. Just 1 hit given up. 1-0. Swing and a miss for Mandler, 1-1. So 2-1. Mandler lines that. Will it get down? Yes, it does. And gets behind the outfielder. Mandler turning on the Jets. He's going to get to 3. Tying run will likely be at third. The throw into third. Not in time. Mandler safe with a triple. Dunfield ecstatic. Winning run at the plate. Tying run at third. What can Wayman do with 1 away here? Bottom of the 9th. Some life has been breathed into the Pios. It's got me tongue-tied. It's got me twisted. It's got Dunfield excited. Kachuba, he's going to have a talk with his manager. They're not going to pull him just yet, but they won't hesitate to bring on someone else warming up, getting some stretches in if they need to. 1 away here. Man on third. A chance for the Pios to equalize. We mentioned those Pios. And Wayman. He's had 15 RBIs this season. When you give Wayman a runner in scoring position, he has hit .421 with 14 in RBIs in 19 at-bats. And he is 0 for 3 today. But with that infield in, you know he is gunning for hit number 1 right here. First pitch from Kachuba. Kachuba swings at that in the dirt. He went around, strike 1. Tried to hold up, but he couldn't. On deck, Bobby Marsh. He could be a last chance scenario too. Marsh today also 0 for 3, but 2 very unlucky plays, including a line out to left, a line out caught by Daniluk. 0-1 for Wayman. Fouled back 0-2. Kachuba actually hasn't had a strikeout from the bullpen. It's actually on just one where he got Barton's team looking to end the previous inning. And he also got Muzio out in the 7th, so he's had 2 of this outing. Dunfield excited. 2-1 here. Wayman fouls that one. Still 0-2. 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on third. Big situation here for Frank Wayman. Wayman fouls that one again. He's keeping alive in the at-bat. But the pressure building here at Dunfield. The Pios were able to get a hit. The infield so far in, wanting to get any short grounder and get 2 away. They also know Mandler is going to want to get home. A sacrifice would work too to tie it. Wayman grounds that over to first, and they'll just hold on to it for the second out. So Wayman 0 for 4. 2 away now. Here comes Bobby Marsh. And we know Marsh has been on a little cold streak recently. He was able to get an RBI against Newark. But will that be able to give him enough drive and enough motivation to bring Mandler home? Mandler's running on any contact at this stage. 2 away. Here comes Bobby Marsh. 2 away. Ball 1 just outside. On deck is Cooper Smith. He's also had a pretty solid night. Got on base with a walk. He's flown out twice, but he's got some power, and he knows how to get on base. 1-0 for Marsh, 2 away. Strike one on that low corner, and Marsh a little disappointed on that one. What can Bobby do? Can he get Mandler home? Can he keep this game alive? A tie would help the Pioneers. Low, ball 2. So Marsh back ahead in the count. Wanted the pressure getting up a little for Danny Luck. A walk would help the Pios too, because it would bring up another batter and reset the count. Play the team game if you need to, but just try to get Mandler home. 2-1. 2-2. This time it was a strike. I think Marsh knew it. Pios down to their last strike. It's a 2-2 count. Doubledays, 1 strike away. Daniluk, he's battled out of a runner on third jam before, but this time he's got to deal with Bobby. 2-2. Fouled. Two for Marsh. Marsh wants an extra second. He gets that second, and now he's ready. 2-2 again. That one's going to be grounded and not picked up cleanly, and it was fair. Marsh has brought in the game-tying RBI. Marsh was safe. They wanted to argue that he stepped a little bit off the base path, but he was already safe. They're going to try to contest that call, but he had hit the bag. Or no, are they going to call it foul? I think they might be just calling it foul. Here's Drum. He's trying to say that it was fair because it hit off the first baseman. This is a big call right here. Massive implications. And I think Mandler might have to get back to third. I don't know, though. They're talking it over. Is it going to be a foul ball? And I think they're going to rule it a foul ball by the reaction of Drum. So Marsh will have to go back, I think, and get his bat. Or are they calling? Yeah, Marsh is going to get his bat again. It's still a 2-2 count. So it was just a foul ball on one of the closest plays you'll see. Mandler not happy, Drum not happy, Barber not happy, no one at Dunfield happy. We're doing this 2-2 count again. And honestly, though, it hit off the guy. It looked like it was fair. Are they saying that the first bounce was foul? I'll have to look at the replay. You know what? Right after the game, I'll do that to see if it is, because we don't have time. We got to keep up now. 2-2 again for Marsh. Fouls that one away. And reporting from center field, Scott Smith. And yeah, I mean, I think it was definitely a fair ball too. They're trying to call it foul, but all right, 2-2. Again, can Marsh maybe get a cleaner hit this time? Fouled away again. He's keeping alive. But that It's a tough job. It's been about 2 hours, 30 minutes since the game started. It is 9:38 p.m. here at Dunfield. The biggest pitch of the night again coming up here. 2-2 for Bobby Marsh. In the dirt. Ball 3. The count is now full. And you'll say for Kachuba, he's had quite a few pitches tonight as well. So wonder if fatigue will start to get in. As this at-bat continues, a walk would force him to get 3 more strikes against Cooper Smith. Now a full count for Bobby Marsh with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. The stuff where heroes are made. Fouled away. And even after the foul balls, Dunfield still giving so much applause and so much love for Bobby Marsh, a man who had been with the Pios the previous season. A man who's been a stalwart, whether it's from DH or first base or left field. A win here would get them closer to Geneva. A chance to get closer in the playoff hunt. 3-2. Can the Pios avoid a loss right here? Outside, ball 4. Marsh draws a walk. He'll be disappointed because it didn't bring home a run. But it'll bring up Cooper Smith. That winning run is now on first. Two away. There comes a pitching meeting, and it will be a change as this is the second one of the inning. Kachuba's day will be done. They're going to bring in someone new to try to finish the job. It'll give us a breather. I'll take a look at the replay really quickly while we do it for breather. Kachuba completes 2 2/3. Brandon Matthews enters the game for the Doubledays. This season, he's had 8 relief appearances, 10 strikeouts to 5 walks, 12 2/3 innings with a 4.97 ERA. Tying run at third, winning run at first. Cooper Smith at the plate. Tonight, Cooper, he drew a walk and he's had 2 flyouts. A hit would get the Pios a tie ball game. A chance to maybe even go extra innings. It's something we haven't seen all Pios season, an extra inning game. The nerves, I'd say, are huge for the Pios. The weight of this game on Cooper Smith's shoulders. Marsh will be at first. And I don't think they're going to want to be too aggressive with Marsh running. Because, of course, the consequence of an out will end the game. And we've seen Marsh being called out end a game previously on a close call. That one was a controversial call against Marsh. Again. You could argue that the one where he was at third, he was definitely out. But here, I think that was definitely a fair ball. But it'll stop work. Two away. Cooper Smith. The right fielder, he's had some good plays all day. Can he have this good at bat right here? First pitch. High and inside, ball one. It's going to be up to Matthews here. It's going to be up to Cooper Smith. Who wins in this battle? Who will win this game? Strike one there. Of course, Pios haven't faced Matthews tonight, so they want to see what he can throw. Cooper even in the count. This is an important pitch in this at-bat, though. 2-1 is completely different circumstances than 1-2. That one outside. Marsh going to go to second. But he's out. He went on the wrong pitch. Marsh went on the wrong pitch. And that'll end the game. Pios take a 2-1 loss here against the Doubledays. They fall to 10-12. Doubledays improved to 12-15. That umpire decision, I think will be talked about in something that'll leave a bad taste in the mouth for Drum and the coaches and the players. But Auburn did what they needed to do. 2 runs and 5 hits and 1 error. 1 run, 5 hits and 1 error for the Pios. The season series between the two is now tied at 1. These two teams will be back again. They'll play each other later this week for another thrilling game. But tomorrow night, join us in Watertown for a doubleheader. It's going to be a long night, and I think even crazier than tonight. Pios lose. I'm Taylor Storthy, and we'll see you tomorrow. 2-1, your final score. Fortunately for Mike Sokol, he does get the loss. The win will go to Daniluk after a great recovery start from the previous one. Buchanan, or by the way, Matthews with that final inning, third of an inning, will get the save. Thanks again for tuning in.